Good day to all of us. I'm Sarah Jane L. Loretta from BSE Filipino 3B, and I am your discussant for today. I am here today to talk to you about technological tools. But first, let us define what does technological tool means. When we say technological tool, it is an electronic, digital, or physical tool that can expand the human ability for performing tasks or generating products. For example, word processor, presentation program, spreadsheet program, graphics editing program, picture editor, movie editor, video format converter, web design editors, web design programs, and etc. According to Earl 2002, in order for future success, students need access to suitable intended digital environments with accessible technology, such as environment changes, the way educators teach, expands social interaction, and surges motivation and learning. It is true because, as we can see, technology is becoming one of the most important tools for education. Students use technologies to connect with other students and to engage in self-directed learning. Teachers use networks and social media not only to connect with students, but also with other schools and peers. What are the best technology tools to engage students? Technology distracts students, right? Keeps them from focusing. One solution is to ban phones and computers from the classroom. Another solution is to harness their tech savvy and engage students with online tools that will help them complete assignments while still engaging from electronically. Whether they're working on research essay, a presentation, a science project, or a math report, there are ample tools available to make the process more engaging for students. There are some technology tools that we should engage to students. First, the Flipgrid. Video is a wonderful engagement tool and add a social dynamic and school-friendly architecture, and you've got Flipgrid. Second is the video games. I know this is generally merely saying video games isn't actually a student engagement tool. However, video games literally don't work without player input and thus student engagement. The right game could change your classroom. Third is the Google Forms. We're starting with what's likely the simplest app on the list. Well, aside from the background noise strategy. One of the best ways to engage all students in your classroom is to give students an easy and even anonymous way to ask questions, receive feedback, or otherwise reach out to ask questions. While there are many ways to do this, one of the most universally accessible and free methods is the Google Forms. The fourth example is the Socrative. Like a few others on the list, you've likely heard of Socrative, a tool to assess student understanding with prepared activities or on-the-fly questions, then adjust your teaching based on the results. The next one is the Kahoot. Kahoot is a handy tool that students can use to create in-class questionnaires and quizzes. This is handy for obtaining data for graphing assignments, data for research essays, and feedback from their classmates. Kahoot is compatible with multiple devices and has a game-like feel that will help keep students interested. The next one is the Class Dojo. This is a fun tool to gamify the classroom. Students make their own avatars, gain and lose points based on classroom behavior, discussion approaches, and other soft skills agreed upon by the teacher and the class. Teachers can also use Class Dojo to take attendance and create groups that break down the information for teachers. Not only will this tool encourage students to uphold class values, but it will also provide key metrics to help teachers adjust their teaching tactics accordingly. The next example is the clickers. Classroom clickers may not be the higher watermark for innovation in education, but a simple and useful tool that you can use almost every day. It's a non-brainer for many classrooms. This is a tool for teachers to help assess students' understanding of concepts and their engagement with the material. With some tool, teachers can project questions onto their screen using while students answer them in real time. Students' answers show up onto the teacher's phone screen, and teachers can see which students got answers right and which didn't. This gives teachers an accurate picture of how students are following the information and adjust their lessons accordingly. The next one is the AdVoice. AdVoice is a feature-rich communication tool with everything from lesson planning and rubrics to messaging, announcements, notifications, and even tools to help prevent bullying in the classroom. The examples given are very important and useful because it can help students by making learning more engaging and collaborative. Rather than memorizing facts, students learn by doing and through critical thinking. This could be as simple as taking an interactive quiz in class or participating in tech-enabled group discussions.
Technology is so advanced, so much that it now drives business growth. With the ongoing pandemic, we can see how important it is in our country. We are in the era of technology and digitalization. Let us maximize all of this and continue to help each other and find solutions to the challenges being faced by the education sector. We must become responsible enough in using different technological tools